Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. That is right, we are back heading into the colony section yet again for another Where Are We? That's right, it is Chapter 11. We have one chapter after this. Oh my, let's see what our friends are getting up to. Looks like a beautiful map just from the thumbnail. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But let's see what's going on. We have... Oh, Commander Marcus Markson. Wow, now this is impressive. Or it would have been impressive. Yeah, I see how this is how effective this place would have been. What? What are you talking about? Where are we? As usual, we don't know where we are, but this place is impressive. It looks like whoever was here before us was trying to build a fortress, but sadly, they didn't get to finish it before the creeper arrived. Ticky, ticky, ticky. Despite the flood of creeper, we have one thing going for us. Our predecessors of this world managed to create some sort of terrain that absorbs creeper, but doesn't discriminate and will also absorb anti-creep. So we'll be safe. Yeah. Yeah. As long as we build enough strategic defenses before going to on the offense, I don't see a problem. That's good. Right. So we build defenses before going on the offense. I can see we're surrounded by blobs and spores. Then there's those skimmer things, but fortunately no air sacs. Not to mention the relief that each one of the enemy buildings only produces a unit each. The delegate nearby is sending out a degraded signal saying F1V3%. Then there's the info crash to pick up. Well, get to... Oh, runs off. Oh dear, she didn't look good then. Well then, time to... Yeah, let's beat this creep before moving on. Alright, so here we have a very cool looking map. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. That is very, very pretty. We have a glorious map. We have skimmers on the edge, 1 in 4 minutes. So we have 4 minutes for skimmers. I think it's 4 minutes for all of them. And they are all a single unit, which is fantastic. And there we go. We have a minute. We got time. But what's the goal? I mean, do we want to go straight to nullification? I mean, it does say set up defenses, right? And, you know, I guess we should follow that directive. Defenses will be good, in theory. But, I mean, come on. If we can do... Now, one thing to also note, look at this, blue, white, and red on, 30 each. All of them are 30 each. We can have quite the foam party. We can have quite the foam party, indeed. Now, that being said, we can do quite a lot of things with that. And I'm kind of excited. Let's make sure. Getting our 121s across the board. I am not going to spend the entire time putting these down for now. But I will soon. So basically, all I'm going to do is this. We're going to come on down to right over here. Ooh, that's going to be those 3. Perfect. Just these 2. And this will fill in as we go. Nice and pretty, nice and good. Now, one thing to note as well. I mean, look at this. This is 30 red on. 30. 30. I mean, we have 150 red on a tick. So, we can do MRIFs frickin' everywhere. Another thing that we can do, though, is we can probably... do a monstrous shield system, right? Where we basically guard our base from anything on the outside with shields. Now, all this is going to take is red on, and we're going to have tons of it. So, you know what? I mean, yeah, each one is 20, but realistically, I mean, 20 when you're getting, 30 a tick, not that much. And then once they're up and operational, I mean, they're very minimal to maintain in comparison, right? I mean, you can maintain them with a 1. So just having this many is going to be insanity, right? So if we just do something like this, they should all pop basically at the same time, depending on when we make our factory as well. And if they do, I mean, that's just what's getting in here, right? All the skimmers? Who cares about skimmers? Spores? Okay, yeah, there'll be some spores. We can put down some missiles or something. Now, that being said, I also want to try and get in there and nullify. So if I can nullify everything, oh baby, is that going to be good. So I think this is kind of the strategy that I want to go with for defense/offense. Now, why do I say /offense? Of course. Well, first things first, let's just check. Oh no, it doesn't show me the range of them all. Aww. I was kind of hoping by selecting all the shields it would show me the circles, but that looks fairly competent. Fingers crossed. We have one other thing that I do want to set up early on before I forget, and that is pylons. Because, if we set up a pylon... I'll set that up later. Let's just get going. Let's get our juices flowing, because, we need to start charging, getting some energy going. And, yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. I think, though, especially with the shields, we have the capability to toss basically a pylon on each one of these. And I think if the shields are all active, we can keep these alive. And if we can keep those alive, we're getting in there, no problemo. We don't have that much energy. That is one thing to note, is our energy will be severely lacking, and our storage is looking much better already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on, and because we have so much in store, I'm actually going to power 2 at once, and then that'll start charging 2 at once after the fact. So glorious for us, and I think that is all the initial pylons that I want, of course. And now we want to just keep things going. Again, we just want power. We just want good 121ers. So our storage is starting to go up while we're still doing things. It is beautiful. So you know what? No. You are ugly, and no, we will not abide by that. There we go. Oh, so much prettier. So much prettier. All the way up. All the way up. Let's keep moving. Power right now is the most important thing for us, of course, because we don't have any real means to generate power other than this. So I am trying to keep things fairly good. You know, fairly good. This will be the last row that we need here, and then we're going to fill everything in. Right? Now that we have all this, look at all that. We're going to grab a factory as well. Start putting that down so once we do get that hooked up, that's basically the world is online, right? We're gonna toss in all of the rest of our towers now because we should have the energy to maintain them. We're about a minute in, so you know, not the fastest, but not the slowest. I'm okay with it, right? Boop boop boop, just real nice. Get all the energy we can because you know what? All energy is good energy, and then we can work on our pylons. We can work on our shields. You know, everything's gonna come together. Fingers crossed. I don't know. For all I know, like half of the shields will work, and it's not gonna be enough. It feels like it's quite enough in terms of energy, though, so I'm kind of hopeful. This will be a monstrous deficit, but again, the primary bit of this deficit will be to generate more power, and we can even start working on pylons to connect up, right? So pylon to connect up, pylon to connect up, pylon to connect up, pylon, 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 and a pylon, and a pylon. Perfect. So now we have all of our pylons coming out, which is grand. I think just for some static defenses, I am going to put, you know, just a couple sprayers, you know, maybe each side and like the center. Actually, you know, we're just building pylons right now, so it really wouldn't hurt to have more, right? You know, maybe we'll go into a little bit of a deficit, but I'm not super worried about a deficit because again, we're sort of just doing. So yeah, there's a bit more of a deficit than I was hoping. Unfortunate. If I turn you off and maybe you off. Maybe you as well. Keep the deficit down. Pylons are now working on secondary pylons. Look at the shields. The shields are all basically powered. How much red-on do we have in this bad boy still? Oh my gosh. Look at it. All the shields have been built, and we have basically infinite red-on. Come on. You know what? With that in mind, let's go crazy. Right? Let's go quite crazy. Where are we? What do I want? I want MRIFs, right? Let's just put an MRIF at each one. That way it sort of gives us a connection straight to the factory, straight to the outer edge. Oh, that's beautiful, right? That is going to be so beautiful. Plus, it'll pass energy over that much better. We won't need an MRIF on the other side. So, and again, we have so much coming in. We might as well, right? So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it right there. That should be all of our MRFs. Let's see, is that going to... Whoa, MRFs. Okay, MRFs. Let's do them very slowly. Let's start with just like 2. How about that? There we go. We're stable at 2. But look at the shields. Look at all of our shields coming online at once. I mean, we have a shield wall, literally. Although I think, just for the sake, I think that's like a little dot, and I kind of want that gone. So there we go. We're doing grand there. We have shields. I think what we might also need is a cannon at each one. Now, why do we need a cannon at each one? I mean, unfortunately for us, I have a feeling we're going to get some splashback into where we want to land. So I think I want to have a cannon at each one. That way we can officially land in there and, you know, stabilize. If our Redon does go back up, I mean, these MRFs are going up pretty, not fast at all. Oh, our Redon is going way up, though. Do we want a second shield on the inside? That wouldn't be bad, right? Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. We can fly in a shield and a cannon, right? Easy peasy. Shield cannon combo sounds like a win to me. So we're going to toss an extra shield at every single side. And that way we're going to fly in a shield and a cannon. So we have a cannon there and a shield. Beautiful. Looks like everywhere should be good. Now this will drain our Redon pretty fast, as stated. Oh, see, the creep is coming in because we didn't have a shield right like here. Redon. Oh gosh, the Redon is beautiful though. Oh, cannon. Come on, fire. There we go. Clear it up. That's what we needed. Perfect. And I think, is that everything? Is that every shield? Okay, so these shields need to be charged. So once these shields are juiced up, I'm feeling pretty good about that. So let's, oh geez, they do take some time to juice up, unfortunately. But let's get going, right? So if we toss a shield, say here, oh geez, the shield on the inside connects to the pylon, right? So that's just easy win, because that's just going to protect our nullifier. That's going to protect everything. Okay. Beautiful. How much time? We have a minute and change. That is the problem right now, right? We have a minute and change. So I'm going to fly all the shields in. We're going to fly in our cannon as well. And the shield and the cannon combined should be just perfect, right? Because the two of them combined, the shield will push it back. The cannon will just clear what's in the shield, but the shield's still going to be getting energy. And it's just win. It's just win. And then we can just nullify everything. Hopefully we have the energy to nullify everything. That is one thing I have not officially thought about. Not thought about. I mean, I clearly thought about it as I mentioned it. It's just it could be a slight problem. So the cannons are going in as well. And yeah, actually, can those hook up too? I mean, if they can, I mean, I'll definitely take it. Doesn't quite look like it. Unfortunate. But this should be good. I mean, realistically, the only thing we're going to have to worry about are the 4 skimmers, which realistically, with shields, not going to really do anything. I mean, shields are very strong against skimmers. It's just shield facts. So we have all of our defenses. I think that is nope, not you. And that is everything. There we go. So now we have everything moving where we want it to move. Redon is looking juicy. We have micro rifts coming down. We have one. Where was the other one? That one? Oh, why am I doing a blueite? It's gross. Let's do a third. Again, we have enough that we can just start turning these on. Okay, good. We're starting to be like stable. So let's land. Let's see how this assault goes on each of our sides, right? We're getting our shields. The cannons are going down. They're doing their thing. I mean, look, every single one is basically cleared off. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. Okay. Pylons. Actually, I mean, if it can connect, we can just connect via pylon or tower. So glorious. Yeah. Let's just connect up. Let's just do something like this in every single one. That way, cannons will have energy, will be good everywhere. We don't have to wait for another pylon. That's going to take too much time. And that is every single one. Last but not least, are nullifiers, of course. So, nullifier, a little close. That's fine. The nullifier a little bit further away. But again, all these nullifiers are in the shield. I mean, how can you go wrong with a nullifier in a shield, right? It's a beautiful thing. So we still have, what, a minute. Now, I don't know if all the nullifiers will make it. That is a thing. A minute, it's not that short of a time period, right? So, fingers crossed. I don't know for sure. But, you know, the nullifiers are getting built everywhere. The cannons are going pretty strong. We are in a slight... No, we're not even... We're barely in a deficit. So, I wouldn't even say we're in a slight deficit. Now, the question is, we can overload. So, that is glorious. Now, I'm going to wait to overload because, you know what? That's not going to be the best for us. Sprayers? Oh, sprayers are on, but they're not always on, of course. That's a silly thought. You can finish as well, Senior Sprayer. Actually, we turned off a couple, right? So let's turn them all on. Have them always on. They're in the shields, but it should sort of just eke out to the center. So, glorious as well there. And, yeah, I think nullifiers are all built. They just need ammo now. So, fingers crossed. While this is happening, we have excess energy. So, I'm just going to build, like, 4 sprayers with our excess energy. We're using up plenty of energy. I just want to get some more spraying going on. Let us see. I mean, the blobs can be a... Ooh. Look at it go. Oh, my. So, it looks like you're not there yet. You're almost. You are almost as well. How much time is left? 6 seconds for 5 packets to get there. I don't know if it's going to happen. Oh, nope, it did. And I think we got them all. We did. We got every single one. Holy moly. I mean, how can you beat that? That's freaking awesome. We even got 4 more sprayers, which is cool. I'm not gonna have any problem with that. And let's always on that bad boy. We have MRFs starting to go up as well, so good on us. And I guess it's overload time, right? How many can we overload at once is the question. Because overloading does drain energy at a substantial faster rate, right? So if we're doing that, see, just by switching 3 to overload, we're actually draining our energy supply basically completely. So we're going to do these 3 at a time. It's going to use up all of our energy. It's not going to necessarily help our speed in essence. But you know what? That gives us more time to turn on some more MRFs, right? So we can turn on that MRF to get this one. I want the red-on ones first because they are, you know, just closer to the red-on, and red-on is super important. We do have skimmers hitting something, but fortunately for us... Oh, the skimmer did hit over here, but it's resetting the timer, so it doesn't even matter. And the skimmers now have a minute and change, so we are doing grand. Although, I think what I'm going to do is turn off all of my cannons. I think right now we don't need our cannons on. I'd rather make sure we have the energy to overload than anything else. Yeah, because we do have a slight problem. How is the overload going? Charging 33%. Oh my, this is taking a little while. I wish we had just a little bit more energy, right? I mean, if we do something like this, it's going to give us a little bit of a deficit, but it will give us some energy. And I'd rather have like 20 energy than, or 30 bits more than not. That might be like just what we need to just sort of be in the positive. Probably not, but it won't hurt. Again, we're feeling pretty good. The deficit's still higher than I would like. MRF's doing grand. Let's just turn them all on. I think we can afford it. Red on, holding stable even with all these shields. So yeah, I'm not worried. Not worried at all. And what's nice is once the initial ones blow up, which again are 3, we might be able to do 4 because realistically that now means that we're just not even providing them any energy, which will be good. And then yeah, we'll just blow everything up. It's a little bit of a waiting game, and I'm okay with that. Boom, there are, and look at our energy just come back, right? So I guess we'll work on one side, then the other. So we'll do these 2, beautiful, and we'll do this one as well, beautiful. Again, see? Because we're not even charging the other 2, we're basically able to do 4 now, which is grand. Skimmers are coming down. It hit a couple. But again, the skimmers can't even hit the shields, so it doesn't even matter. We're completely safe. Our storage is perfect. The MRIFs are coming online. I mean, what? I guess. Ooh. How are we going to want to take out the rest of the map now, right? And I think... Do we want air? I mean, I love air, right? And I never really use it. Maybe I will stop one from charging, just so we have some excess energy, so we can just start building, right? Just toss this down. How are we doing? Still doing good. One bomber it is. How are we doing? Still doing good. Second bomber it is. Perfect. Still, you know, we're right at the line, right? Our storage is just even, which is actually perfect. Yeah, we're literally perfect, so I am not going to worry about that. But, you know what? Since I am building planes over here, let's just toss an MRF right there. Because why not? We don't have enough energy to really do too much to this entire thing. But actually, oh, no, because it's not going to spill over. We'll never have enough AC to spill over to the edges, unfortunately, for us. So that does kind of suck. But we have a lot of our MRFs online and operational, which is now just speeding things up. Our charge is at 85% for one, 75 for another. That one I turned off, and that one's at 83, so beautiful. And yeah, our deficit is barely there. Barely there. So, yeah. Ooh, that's one. Let's charge that puppy up. Are you number 2, right? You were 95%? No, number 2 is the top. Interesting. There we go. 2 down. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that is a third for you. That leaves just a couple left. And yeah, then we're done with the initial problem, right? And that's one of our required objectives, to nullify everything. So, you know, we're doing pretty good there. Right, because we destroyed even more. Maybe we charge... Do we charge another one, or do we... You know what? I think our charging is going pretty well right now. I think I want to just stick with, like, more bombers and things, right? Because if we can really stress our energy, get our Air Force essentially operational, we can really plan for things, right? So, now that the airfield's up, the bombers are coming in. We are still stable, just trying to build them up. Feel real good about it. I don't want to necessarily send them out right now, because I don't want to follow up. And right now, any creep that's being produced is essentially being destroyed by the map, right? So, because it's right at the top. So there's no creep actually being produced right now. So if I were to send out these 2 bombers, all I'm doing is essentially wasting energy. Whereas if I wait, get them full energy in essence, we're just gonna be having a blast. So yeah, I am quite the fan. The question is, how are we going to take over the map? And I think, for me personally, I do want to take over the map with sprayers in the end. I want this to be a foam party. You know, it's what we do. It's how we go. You know, so there will be plenty of foam in the future. So that being said, our deficit is getting higher. How is our overload going? 92%, 73%, 81%. Oh, so close. But we have most of our Air Force built, which is glorious. And boom, there we go. That is our first one. Make sure we'll overload that puppy. So none. And then 3 left. One is just set to charge, the other, boom. And the last one, beautiful, just what we want to see. And I'm going to toss down some more bombs, right? That was another one, gone. So with this in mind, I think the other thing I want to do is, since we have just a little bit more energy, we can kind of eke out of each one of these. I'm going to toss down one of these, just to try and get a little bit more energy, right? Just that tiny bit. I mean, it's not really getting that much, but again, anything is more than nothing. So I will take that. I guess we could do the entire wall. You know, that wouldn't be terrible as well. I am just afraid. I mean, using planes is awesome, but realistically, I mean, look at how long it's taking to build these things, right? It is nuts. Ooh, there we go. Let us now finish the planes. Hopefully we should have maybe enough energy to do that. I don't think so, but we shall see. How are we doing? Yeah, that's, ooh, looks like we might. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, I mean, last but not least is going to be the Sprayer Armada of Doom. That's in essence, the technical term. But yeah, I think because if we put it here, right? If we put one here, and something lands there, does it? No, but we can connect to it. So that, yeah, I think having it along the wall will give us a tiny bit of energy, and it will allow us to connect down when we do our assaults, right? Of course, our assaults will be with sprayers. It will be with Air Force. It'll be with basically everything, of course. But you know, the key. Ooh, yeah, that connects down, which will be fine. Glorious, and we can even put them in like here, right? You know, we can toss one down there, we can toss one over here, just trying to get a little bit more energy going because, you know, we're pretty dry on the all energy side. This actually probably would have been a little bit better to have done earlier, where you know we saw these because of the shields, you know, these open spaces. So we had the capability. I just did not have the wherewithal in order to do that. So that was my fault. I completely admit. I don't think that is going to connect to anything. I would love for it to connect to... Yeah, like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So you need to connect to something. And then again, along the top, connect to something down there just to get us a bit more energy. I am not ever going to complain about just a bit more energy. Oh, geez, there's so many. So many sides. I have to say. So, are we almost done? Come on. We can do it. We're so close. You can go down. You can go down. You can do the tops. And one more, and then we're done. So many towers for energy. This will be a huge deficit, and you know what I'm going to do? I am going to turn these off temporarily while we build those all up. Deficit gone. Turn them all back on. Beautiful. And again, our generation is going up slightly. It's not, you know, huge, but you know, it's more than nothing. So I'm okay with more than nothing. So we're up to 38.5. I think we were at like 35 point something, maybe 36 point something. So yeah, that was a decent bit of energy that we gained there. Yeah, I mean, we have the capability to really start the sprayer world, right? Again, we have so much blueite that more sprayers the better. I just want to basically toss down like 20 sprayers in each of these zones as I start bombing. How is our final nullifier? It's basically done, which is grand. So let's just do all of this. Again, I basically want to bomb like a section of each one and just toss down a million sprayers. That's kind of my goal. I think it sounds like fun to me. Actually, what I should also do is toss a sprayer in every single one of these. Because again, it's ammo that we have essentially infinite of. I mean, not infinite, but I mean 150 blueite is nuts. So we have a nutty amount. And I'm pretty okay with that. So if we toss one in every single one of those, that will be grand. I mean, we can even... Oh no! I lost nothing, because it was the nullifier. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, it's not going to be able to be built. But you will, and you will. Well, no you won't. You will. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Again, it's all for the final objective, right? And what is our final objective? It's just to truly win. Oh my, I am not building nearly enough. Our energy is terrible right now. And just by terrible, I mean we're not using it. So doing a quick pausey, because I do want to use up my energy as you do. And just get some early sprayers down. Again, I just want to make sure our blueite gets used, because it's so easy not to use it. I could have done AC bombers. That would have been better use because we have the AC, we don't have the energy, right? Let's turn all these on, and now we're going to need just a bit of a cannon force for every side as well. So cannon force for every single side, and then we're going to get going. Once these cannons are built, our goal will be 2, I think it's 2, I'm going to say. 2 individual planes, and then a couple cannons, and then a couple of sprayers per zone, and then we're just going to see how that goes. So step 1, 2 planes, create squad. I think we're just going to go like across here, so it sort of covers the emitter, but also starts draining from over here. I mean, we could drain them all, you know, but I think we'll be okay there. The next one, create squad. Oh wait, I do this and this. Create squad. There we go. Bazinga. So now if I select these, it's not all 4, right? Yeah, perfect. So then the next 2, create squad, will be over here. And then it is, nope. Really? That's so annoying. It's not that one. It is this one and this one. Create a new squad. So again, I did not create the squad properly, of course. Create squad. You're over here. There's so many, but that's okay, because we're doing great. And you're over here. There's 10 of these. That's why I'm only doing 2 per. Because there's 20 planes. So 10 spears, 20 planes, 2 per. I think that's going to be plenty, honestly. Planes are super, super strong. Plus, they'll have the backup of all of the sprayers, not to mention all of the cannons, and it's just gonna go pretty well. I hope. Maybe I do need to really focus like 2 or 3 of them instead of assaulting all at once. That could be a very serious thing to do. You know, I mean, assaulting all at once is not necessarily the best idea, but it sounds like a fun idea. I like the thought of just full-on assault everywhere. So let's send our planes out. There they go. Oh, look at them all taking off. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, our deficit is very high because we are actually filling in the energy for the planes. That's what worried me about the planes, is our deficit is just going to be so high. Now, with all of our sprayers, our blue light is actually like perfect, right? So big fan of that. We have, you know, we're starting to actually wear down the creep just a little bit, which is pretty wild. And let's take a look at how these are going. So now that we have the planes in there, look, we're actually starting to do some pretty serious damage. And that's just going to start draining. It shouldn't be too bad. We are using 0 energy. Holy crap. So what I will do is I'm going to make a second runway here. Which, right there should be fine. And we're going to make an AC runway, right? Just a couple for now, and we're going to start sending in our units, right? Just like 3 cannons. Ooh. 3 cannons. You can get your butt over here. These 3 cannons can get their butts over here. Next 3. Just work from an edge. And then we'll work our way around, right? Next 3 come over here. Again, it's like a monster assault, so we could be like destroying one super, super well, but we're destroying every single one fairly well, which I think, I mean, because of the nature of emitters and things, I think this is actually going to work out very, very well. And look at that, we literally had 3 cannons per each one. It actually was the perfect number for that. That being said, you know, doesn't mean it couldn't be better. It's just a matter of it's pretty cool to think about when you, I think. I'm also going to toss in 2 sprayers per side because, you know what, might as well just get a little bit more defensive. And this should, in theory, I hope they don't die. There's a chance that the creep will be so deep. I do hope that the planes will thin it out enough that the cannons, with the shields, with the power that they do have, will win out. But I don't know. Because we are sending a lot in. It is going to be quite a lot. We have nothing to fear again. I mean, honestly, the only thing to fear is if one of these takes out one of our little assault squads. But again, the creep is going down. So, fingers crossed. What else do I need? Oh, look at them. Look, every single one. Look, they've just taken it. Right? This is still landing, this is still landing, but we've essentially pushed back to every single nullifier at once. I mean, look at our fighting squad. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And with this in mind, I think what we need is just more energy. So I am going to re-up the energy. It is great that we already have energy down in pretty much every one of these locations. One of my big things when I go on assaults, I don't give them energy. So the fact that they had energy beforehand, oh, that's only going to help them so much more. So we are in a big deficit, so I might turn off the planes for now. Not the actual bombing planes, but the blue-white ones, because you know what, these 4. Just turn them off for now, just to try and get some of our energy back. We are going to lose a lot in terms of building these towers up, but once the towers are up, that's going to help drain our deficit even more, because look at their generation going up. We are losing a little bit in the way of towers in some places. Ooh, they're pushing back. They did push back in some. Okay, so they did push back a little bit. The deficit is higher than expected. I figured it would have sort of normalized. But I think it also is these planes, right? So if I just temporarily turn them off. Just temporarily turn a bunch of them off. That should charge up our cannons, which it is. Our storage is good. We'll turn them back on. Turn them off. Ooh, this is quite the dance of energy right now. Such a deficit. Oh my, I thought we would hold. Like, some of these are actually holding relatively well. Like, down here is holding perfectly, right? I'm actually surprised that not all of them are holding as well. So, that's a shock to me. But anywhere that isn't holding well, for instance, like over here, let's grab 2 of those. You're not holding that well, you can get another 2. You're okay, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. You're not holding too well, so let's give you another 2. And actually, you're gone, so that's the worst one. That's okay, though. That is okay. Let's turn all these back on as we stabilize, because we do need the planes to come back in. So we'll take the deficit, but we did gain more energy generation. Look at that. Our deficit is almost completely gone. Again, so I am quite alright with that. With the planes going out. This needs to be gone. We need an MRIF down here, even. Just to help out. Come on. Stabilize. That's all we care about. Just some stability. Let's move out. Let's move out. Our deficit is high because of the planes. Again, the planes are just too much in terms of deficit. This one is doing very poor, which surprises me. This one, again, is pretty much lost, but again, that's okay. I think I just have too many planes. And again, that's alright, because I think they've served their purpose. I think if we were to turn all the planes off and swap to just, say, another cannon on each one, I think that's just going to help out even more. I think the planes did their job, which is awesome, in just allowing us to get this landing party in, but they're not doing enough because there really isn't enough creeper there. I mean, I could move every single plane, things like that, but I think just having another unit will help. It is going to be a bit of a deficit drain as well, but not, I mean, look at that. I mean, we can get way more cannons involved than we can planes. So, ooh, over here did fall. But that's okay. We can even turn these on because of that. And maybe that's what we do. Maybe we turn on our blue light ones. So if we can get our AC bombers, then those can go in now as just background support. So fingers crossed, we can just move some cannons up, start pushing things ahead in every single zone. You come back just like that. This one is looking grand, so let's move them out a wee little bit. And what's awesome, I mean, the creep is down below 11, so anything we do kill right now stays dead, right? That's also another very important factor to consider. Just the fact that everything that dies stays dead, which means essentially it's a winning game, right? If they were still pushing, or I guess they are still pushing up a little bit, so that's not necessarily the best. But we can move these cannons up to support these sprayers, and I think that will solve that problem there. These are all shooting except for you, so you can move up to the top. You're not really shooting, move on up. And this side just needs help, right? So what we're going to do is just give them a new squad. You know, another 5 cannons for a squad. And AC bombers, you know what? That's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to say, AC bombers, help that one. Ooh, where did we lose those two? Oh, over here, because I moved them. Interesting. These AC bombers help this one. Ooh, we completely lost that. Interesting. That one was strong enough to push all the way in, really? How did that happen? Interesting. I was not expecting that much. So that's on me. I was not expecting it to be nearly as deep there. So maybe we do just need the actual heavy hitters where they can shoot. This probably would have been wiser, but again, I was trying to refrain slightly. So let's see our energy use. Just about perfect, which is what we want to see. Keep them all going. This will definitely help thin out just about everything for the most part. Our deficit is high. Not super high, though. So we can definitely take it. We only have a couple more in order to get the mortars up. And these mortars are, of course, completely safe because, I mean, they're inside our base, right? Over here, we're now able to push out even further. Again, we're actually stable, which is not a good thing. I'd rather be ahead than stable. So let's land these and start actually pushing again, right? Let's actually have them be supply off and unit on. Let them use up their ammo. That should help. Yeah. But see, like this one is glorious over here. So I don't know. It is weird how some won and some did not. Get a bit more energy because that is our lacking factor. Yeah, that's some good energy. That'll be some good energy too. Deficit for energy. I'm okay with it. It's just weird. I figured every single one would be like this one, would be like this one, and some worked and some didn't, which is a surprise to me. Because it's not like we were hitting the cap. Because if we were hitting the cap of energy or of creep, then that makes sense because only some would be active at a time. But we weren't. So, you know, it's just a weird thing. Let's toss a couple over there, and let's toss one, I don't know, over here? Sure. Help it out. This side did grand. We did push out. So we'll get this. And again, our energy is going to be even better than it was before. So we now have plenty of cannons to help deal with things. We have the ability to make plenty more. And yeah, the creep is just dying at this point, which is good. So we can keep it going. Pushing with a couple more. We'll let the mortars just start doing some serious work. So keep them coming. The AC is looking still strong, even with all of our lovely, lovely things. Oh god, the mortars. I should have just done the mortars from the start. That was silly of me. I mean, these are the perfect places just to go for deep creep. I mean, and they're doing immense work compared to everything else. So, yeah, the mortars are quite good. They make this entire thing reasonably possible. Start building. Finish building, even. Starry's on. The deficit is still strong, but that's okay. Because it's going down. 1 and 1. Just want to finish off so they all have the same amount of mortars. I want to try and assault them all at the same sort of degree. No. Cannons move on. Please. So, we're just going to use this. We're going to take out our first one. Oh, fingers crossed. Once these land. Hopefully. So, where do we need a nullie? Right there? Yeah, we do. So that should be our first nullifier, which will be huge. Plus, more energy for the energy gods. Over here, this one, not the best, but more energy over here. So yes, please. Again, this one has pushed back quite nicely, and this one is pushing back quite nicely as well. In fact, these need to move. These need to move their butts up. So let's make a nice little line like that, and we have some movement down here as well. Move you on up. One nullifier down. The rest of the map is essentially one after that, because there's nothing to stop us really, right? It is just the final bits. So get some more energy. Our energy's up almost up to 50 generation, which is fantastic. Gotta love it. The skimmers will come out though, so now we will have to deal with the skimmers, but at the same time it's not that big of a deal. It's just more of a minor nuisance compared to anything else. But again, you know, it's a thing to be concerned for. Let's move all of them. So another assault force moving on down. Another one, and another one, of course. And yeah, even this side needs to move its butt. So this will be our big nullification, of course. And from here, I guess the main thing that will be left is just the cleanup. You know, we're going to grab all our sprayers, put them on the outside. That should help. You know, clear up with mortars. The mortars are doing grand as they are already, which is fantastic. Push in over here. Push in even more over here. This can be another nullifier, which will be very good. Again, our deficit is high, but it's not unmanageable. And there's our first nullifier. I do want to, of course, get more energy as well. Because, like, with this nullifier, I mean, look at this. This is now just emptying out. So, why am I doing it like this? Let's not do that one. And destroy. Let's just... I can only do it like that. Let's do it like that. Perfect. Much nicer. This side, again, more energy. We just want the energy because, you know what, to nullify it's gonna be bad, right? So, energy is going to be super necessary. And you. Oh, glorious. This area is perfect. So, yeah, we have nullifiers going down. We have more energy coming in than we know what to do with. Again, another nullifier, another nullifier. You are down. This fell. Like, this whole side just completely fell. Again, blows my mind. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. You know, we'll get that side back. You know, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's more of a minor nuisance. Especially once all of the other nullifiers come online. While the nullifiers take energy, they are also going to free up energy because their areas are going to run dry. We're going to take energy from them, and then, you know, the cannons aren't going to be shooting, and all sorts of stuff is going to be pretty good for us in the long run. So like over here, I mean, this area, beautiful new bits of energy. Delicious even. Delicious, delicious energy. The creep is going down. This area, this is what we want to see, right? Just the beauty of an empty area. So, let's move all the mortars over, because why not? They don't need to be there any longer. And this needs a nullifier, of course. Oh, there we go. The storage is actually starting to increase again. We have a nullifier on most of them. This one still needs it. This needs to actually move in, which is fine. So let's move them in. That should hopefully get there. And then we need a new force for over here. Unfortunately. But do we need a new force? Not actually, because... Ooh. Let me grab these, move them over, and grab these, and move them over. That's going to be our force, because you know what? This is free! This is free! Easy peasy, that is right. And you know what? We're going to take all of our ACs and toss them over there. Every other place looking grand. The nullifier up here looks like it can be made. I don't know what that was. So I do need to check that out, because that could have been a skimmer hitting a nullifier, which would have been bad. So one on the top left, one on the top right. So, okay, hit a tower? Yeah, hit a tower. Perfectly fine. Top right one. Ooh, was that one? Down here. What did you hit? I hit that tower. Okay, well, that's fine. Not a problem. Don't really mind it, if you ask me. And, yep, we have power over here, we have forces, and it's being pushed back, like it deserves to be. AC bombers, you just start bombing right on top of that emitter now, and we've taken the last one. I mean, we've already taken this, right? 3 was just not enough for this one, so, yeah. Boop. Bop. Let's just start overloading. 3 looks to be the limit right now with the amount of units that are firing still currently. So that's perfectly fine. But here we go. This gets us to the nullifier for this one immediately. Immediately with a nullification range. The creep on the map, I mean, if you notice, it was at a 10 now. It's already at a 3.5. So we've cut down the creep everywhere significantly. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing that can stop us now. We can just fill up all of these with some glorious towers. Not going to be super accurate, because you know what? It's not the end of the world. I just want to get some energy flowing from them, you know, because they're full. They are completely full with our glorious goodness. And yeah, there's just nothing the enemy can do at this point. Again, between the sprayers clearing it out now, there's just nothing that can be done. It's a thing of beauty. Boom, boom, bazinga. Fingers crossed that was something we didn't care about. I could toss down snipers, but I don't care. At this point, again, it's like 4 skimmers every so often. It's more of just a minor nuisance. Again, the only thing that a couple skimmers are going to really do that are going to be annoying is potentially destroy a nullifier. I don't think they can just destroy a nullifier, right? They can stun it, which would be annoying. But again, there's so much creep everywhere, I think we could basically handle that. AC units, start working like right there. You know, start working on a corner. Mortars, you're all doing grand. Everyone just move to your respective sides. And maybe we'll do something like that. Move them all from in here to over here for each one. We'll toss you over there. And what? These mortars again. Just move those out, because again they can just shoot. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, if I was going for time, I would be pausing everything I do. So I'm going for a decent time, not, you know, the best time in the world. And I think we're gonna do fine. I feel pretty good about this overall. These can come down here. These can come over here. And last but not least, this group. You know, you're just gonna move down there, and that should be essentially the rest of the map, right? Nullifier, overload. I think we can overload pretty much all of them now, right? So that we actually had a couple pop. So yeah, overload. You overload. You overload. And you're charging. So I think that is every nullifier overloading. Still have energy, which is awesome. So air, AC bombers, of course. Get some more of those bad boys on the go. Bazinga. That's going to be way too much energy at once. Don't know why I did so many. Turn a couple of them off because we are overloading quite a lot of things. Alright. Alright. I can't even have one on, apparently. Can I not have one on? Really? I mean, I know we're overloading quite a lot, but I figured one would be okay. Two things that blew up over here. What was that? Oh, those were our overloads. So that is awesome. And that did not fix our deficit. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Luckily for us, we are doing just fine. Now I guess it's time for a sprayer army. We have loads of sprayers. Where do we want to start, right? I think all the sides look pretty even. I think this top side is probably the weakest of the bunch. So I'm just going to say, oh, I apologize for that. All sprayers, just move up here. It'll clear out one side at a time. And then, yeah, we now have the energy, of course. So beautiful. Turn these on. Get our AC bombers on the go. You know what? They've been dumping it here. Let's move them to over here now. Our sprayer squad is coming up here. They will be able to handle plenty of things, of course. And yeah, we'll... Really? Is the creep that deep that our sprayer squad can't clear it out? I mean, sprayer squad, come on. I mean, I know you're sprayers, but, you know, sprayers aren't that bad here. Oh, interesting. I can't actually get power down. I actually need a pylon, I guess. So how do we do this? Does that have to be a pylon? Interesting. So I actually need a pylon at the top to get down here. So that can be a pylon, and then a pylon can go like here. Beautiful. For sprayer squad. And these sprayers should finish the job, so to speak. Beautiful. Ooh. All of the planes are done. Even better. All of these get supplied on. Guess those can just sort of just do a general attack over there. Why not? This is being taken care of. This has some energy taken care of. The sprayer squad gonna do the most. Oh, that's fine. And sprayer squad is gonna move on. Sprayer squad can handle this, no problem. Guess sprayer squad will come down here as well. Actually, I don't even know. Air squad is destroying this. Let's move one from air squad over. Actually, I guess air squad can move at this point. This amount of AC is just too much for them to handle too. Yeah, let's move all of air squad over there. And one blob might be all it needs. But I'm going to toss down like 2 or 3, because why not? And then the rest can go over there. Beautiful. I probably should just mix up air squad. Sprayer squad has done the most. They'll move over here, except a couple of them will move all the way to the end. Why not? And yeah, that is the cleanliness of the map done. Oh, crap. We need to actually nullify out here, don't we? That would be wise. Boop, boop, boop. Bring it to the end. Get our nullification on. Next on the list, pylons over here. Bazinga. Aiden, if you would be so kind. Or Aiden, if you would be so kind. It would be my pleasure. Hello, my friends, or should I say hello, family. Never mind. The next world is the final one, and the virus will restore everything to normal and delete itself. I will explain everything that has been going on when you arrive. Take care, everyone. Family? Alright. So we are getting the official end next map. That is right. And we are going to be officially done with this map as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just a lot of fun. I really like this. This was a nice little design. Looked gorgeous, of course. And yeah, we basically had everything that we needed. You know, feel pretty good. We've already reclaimed, which is grand. Let's just move our planes kind of over here. The Sprayer Squad will get the job done from here, which is awesome. And yeah, just move on down. This is just going to take this out. This is just going to take this out. This is going to take this out. We are completely done. Apparently, I messed up in connecting that, but that's fine. It is possible that a skimmer did some stuff down there. I don't know. Anything is possible at this point. So I'm going to let the AC handle it. Again, in no major rush, but let's just see. You know, we do have skimmers, so what we're going to do, just as a precaution, is just double sniper, right? Might as well. It won't hurt. Double sniper. Beautiful. And last but not least, come on, AC. You can do it. I believe in you. That's done. I want to make sure there's no creep on the map, of course. You know, you just never want to see creep. The foam party is happening everywhere. This is filling up nicely. Oh, beautiful. Let's fill that one up a bit more with our sprayers. And there we go. There we have it. On the last two pylons, the last nullifier. The skimmer is coming out in 15 seconds. Move those a little bit closer. Why not? Those are in range. Those are in range. These two, just a little bit down here. Yeah, 7 seconds. Plenty of time. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Everywhere is foam. And we have... I love the shield. Look at the shield, too. Oh, it's gorgeous. Alright, come on. I'll just 4 times speed it at this point. Shoot them down. They're skimmers. Nullifier. Overload. Nullifier. Overload when you're built, of course. Overload. And... overload. Done and dusted. This has been... Where are we? Chapter 11. All the AC in the world coming down. It's beautiful. We got foam parties. We got friends everywhere. I mean, I just love it. That is the full nullification. Again, we're going to wait for it to overload. You know. No rush whatsoever. If I select all, can I overload? I can overload them all. But I didn't want to overload them all in the past just because we were doing selective overloading. So it is good to know that. Good to know. And with this... Come on. 30. Wow, unit 4 times speed. This is taking a while. At least it lets the foam build up. You know, I'm quite okay with that. I did not... Might as well just put down some of these for... Oh, boom. There is an overload happening. Bazinga. Nice on the edge. I don't want to do it everywhere. I just want it on the edge. Another overload is done. Beautiful. Boom. There's the third. Final overload. Coming on down. 94%. Blammo. And that is everything gone. Fantastic. Big fan of this map. Loved it, loved it, loved it. 35 minutes, not too bad. Again, could have been better. You know, I could have managed things a little bit better, but, you know, pretty good in terms of time. Ooh, Sonic. Look at Sonic. So speedy. Gotta go fast, though. You gotta go fast to beat Sonic. So, feeling really good. Loved it. Huge fun. Try it yourself. I definitely think you can do better than me, for sure. But, hey, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.